I'm coming at you right now with answers to your questions on the last video I did. All right, we're going to talk about this, about, building the thighs and how I did all these reps and no rest and all. Let me clarify a lot for you, so watch this video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back, watch the other video first, then watch this video. All right.
I grew up reading Muscular Development.
Listen,
they told it to you straight. Greg Valentino told it to you straight. Remember that dude with the arms?
Well, he what the inject synthol in his arms, make them like balloons. Yeah.
Fucked up, but he would tell you the real.
Yeah, come on, Greg.
I think steroids are as American as apple pie.
All right, what's going on, guys? Listen to me. This video is going to be a follow-up to the video I just did, okay, on legs, all right, and how to train legs and about training. And I think some of you guys are a little bit confused, or I might have confused it. It's probably my fault. I'm a fucking homo, and that's what happens. So I'm going to answer some of your questions. I'm going to go back to the video right now, and I'm going to answer them, okay? So if you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, go to my last video, okay? And it's about legs, okay? It's about how to get big legs. So go to that video. I just did it on what's today? Today's August 26th. I think I put it up on like August 25th or August 24th. So just check it out and then watch this video, okay? So, because otherwise you might not understand what the hell's going on. But all right, so let's get busy. I'm gonna get to the video right now. All right, I'm gonna read some of your questions. I'm looking at the video here. All right, because some of you guys, I think I confused a few guys. Let me explain something to you. First off, when I said I did 120 reps, I don't do that anymore. I can't. All right, I'm 64 years old. I did it before I had the throat cancer. So that was 2020. So since 2020, I'm not hitting 120 reps anymore with 3 plates on each side. So let's just get that straight. And I'm not saying that you guys have to do that, okay? That's not what I'm telling you. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys to get reps. I'm going to read some of the questions that kind of seemed confusing to you guys and my answers on that video, okay? But I want to make a few things clear. There are some guys who are getting a little crazy, okay, and they can't stand the fact that, I'm telling you to do reps because they're so stuck in their head. Heavy weight. When I show Tom Platz with the biggest thighs and is known for thighs, all right? Now, one of you momos were like, wow, Tom Platz, there's other guys with better thighs than him. Tom Platz had those thighs in the friggin' 70s and 80s, okay? He wasn't doing the shit these guys are doing today. Tom Platz weighed maybe 200 pounds or under, okay? He's not a big guy. He's not one of these guys from the Middle East that's taking so much drugs, So simmer down with that shit, all right? Everybody knows that when you talk about legs, Tom Platz is the leg god in bodybuilding, no matter who you talk to, okay? All right. Let's get that clear. Tom Platz did not stand there with 6, 7, 8 plates on each side. He may have tested himself at times just to see what I can do for 1 or 2 reps, but that's not how he trained and built his legs. He would regularly take 315 or more and do it 50 times, okay? He liked the reps. He liked putting blood in the legs. It takes not just put blood in the legs, but you walk on your legs, okay? You walk on those muscles. It's not a bicep, so simmer down. Some of you guys are asking me, oh, but Dorian Yates does, for his chest, he does 8 reps or whatever. First of all, he did not. He meant 8 reps to failure. Okay, I don't care what your little YouTube videos say or whatever. when he was training for a show, Mentor used to train with him, okay, and train him actually. And Yates would go and he would do 8 reps, and that's when the set would begin, okay? He didn't just do 8 reps and that's it, okay? I don't care what you guys think you know. I'm telling you, I'm around these guys, bro. Okay? He did the heavy duty, real heavy duty training. I was trained by a guy named Bob Bath, okay, back in the 70s. And he was a disciple of Arthur Jones. He had a Nautilus Center, Bob. He built a Nautilus. It's the first gym I ever trained at, okay? Capiche? All right. Now, you have to understand, when he would put you through you go one machine, another machine like this, right down the line. You would do 10 reps, something like that, and then he would start doing force and negatives and positives, and you name it, he did it. And he'd put you through this workout where he'd force you to do, by the time you were done, you probably did about 80 reps, but you were dying. Do you understand? You were begging for death. Mike Mentor's theory was the set doesn't begin until you've done 9 reps. Even if you're going to do only 15 reps, you fail at 9. God knows how you're going to get the next 6, 7, 8 reps out, but you're going to get them out. He's going to make you get them out. Okay? That's the theory. Now, legs are a big muscle. You don't train legs the same way you train a tiny bicep. All right? So try to get this in your head. We're talking about legs in this video. You guys are asking me, well, do you do legs the same way you do your biceps and everything? No, I do a lot of sets, okay, for my biceps or triceps. I do high volume. I do low rest periods. That I do. There's no reason to rest a minute between bicep exercises, or, that's ridiculous. That's way too long. It's way too long. 30 seconds to me is too long, but whatever, okay? I like to go to failure and really pump and assist, like if I do 10 or 12 reps of concentration curls on my own, and then I start assisting myself and helping it up like this until I get another 4 or 5. And then I go to the next arm, and then I go to the next arm, and then I go to the next arm. There's no rest between sets, sitting there, sitting around, or going on my fucking phone and shit. There's none of that shit. It doesn't work like that, okay? That's how I built my body. I was a natural bodybuilder for years, okay? There's another fucking Momo on here that's like, yeah, well, you were on drugs, and I trained 23 years natural. Don't tell me what you think you know, okay? You don't know. We're going to get into it. I'm going to go, let me look through some of these. You fucking people, come on, bro. That's how I train my legs. I train them. Listen to me. A chicken, right? It's got big drumsticks, right? Because he walks on his legs. And a drumstick, the meat on a chicken's thighs are dark meat because they walk on their legs. You don't go, oh, look at a flock of chickens flying up there, right? You don't. Why? Because a chicken is a land bird. It walks around, okay? So therefore, its legs are predominantly red meat because it's got to be, red fiber, okay? Its chest is white fiber because it's explosive movements. You go black to a chicken and it goes and flaps his wings and shoots across the, but it's explosive power explosion, okay? White fiber. If you went and you caught a pigeon and you cut his chest open, it's not going to be white fiber. It's going to be red fiber. And he's got, basically doesn't use his legs at all, very little, okay? So their legs are not, their thighs are not like big like a chicken's, okay? Because it walks on its legs. Listen to me. You walk on your legs. You walk on your calves. 8 reps is, it's a joke. It's a joke. And I don't care how many of you guys are referencing, well, what about this guy? He's a powerlifter. I don't give a shit. Those guys do not have the size. You can get some of these big powerlifters, 6'7", I'm in a strongman contest, Andy Arnold. And their thighs are not even as big. I'm talking about, you strip the fucking blubber off there, and their thighs are not even as massive as some guy that's a foot shorter, okay, but maybe even just a heavyweight in bodybuilding, 200 pounds. 200-pound bodybuilder has bigger thighs, more muscle on his thighs than that. I'm just telling you. I don't give a shit. You're looking at some guy because he's a massive guy. That doesn't mean shit. Oh, let me get to some of your questions here, okay? Let me. Oh, Maron, you guys know how to really, stew my clams. All right, wait, let me. I'll be back in a second. Let me get to the questions here.
Recording.
Sit here and watch this and think that I'm the biggest jerk off or fluke or freak or whatever you want to call me, you know. I may not look appealing to you or anybody else, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna read some of your questions. One of you guys, you're funny. You're funny because you obviously watch my videos, so you're probably one of the haters. But now you want to ask me a question, so you're gonna change your name. But whatever. Okay, so Venom123 wants to know: do you warm up at 1 or 2 plates, then you go straight to 3 plates? Because I say to you in the other video that I take 3 plates and I do it like 80 times. I just did it last night and I'm dying. Okay, meaning I'm sore, and I only do 1 set. You guys do not need to do 1 set. You guys could do 4 or 5 sets. I do 1 set because I can't do much more. I'm fucking older and I'm not trying to get bigger. Capiche? Do you guys understand that, right? I'm not trying to get bigger. If I wanted to get bigger, I'd do the babanya and really get bigger. I'm a hyper responder, but I don't want that, guys. I'm 64 years old. If anything, I want to get smaller. Not small, being more diesel, man. Anyway, say what's to know, do I do warm-ups? Listen, no, I don't do warm-ups because I do chest first. It's the only time I do 2 body parts on one day, and it's that I don't want to get into that too much, but I do chest, and then I'll go and do my legs. Now, I do really hard chest work. I do lots of reps, lots of sets. I sweat like a friggin' dog, okay? So, by the time I'm ready to do my legs, my whole body's warmed up. I'm already sweating. Everything's warmed up. I'm in go mode, okay? Now, if you're one of these guys that's gonna walk in the gym, ice cold, right? You're gonna do legs. Go and you don't need to do a leg press warm up. Said I would do like a leg extension. Really get the blood in here, warm up the knees. You know what I mean? Get the knees, nice blood in the knees and everything. But I would do leg extensions. I would do like maybe, 6 or 7 sets. 10 seconds rest between sets, and just lots of reps. Really squeeze it up, down, like 30 reps. You know what I mean? Fail around 20, squeeze out an extra 10. I know you guys, you don't get what I'm trying to tell you, but anyway, you're asking me, so that's what I would do. Okay, by the time I walk to the leg press, my legs are warmed up, all right? I don't want to overdo it, but for me, that's the way I would do it. Okay, you don't have to do it that way, but you do want to get some blood in the legs. Don't just walk ice cold and start friggin' doing legs. Now, another thing. I tell you guys that I do leg press. You can squat. That doesn't mean that you have to do leg press. I do leg press because I don't like to squat because I throw my back out a lot. I have narrow hips. I wear size 30 fucking waist pants, bro. 30. Capiche? My ass and my hips are narrow like this. I'm bad for squats. I'm not made for squats, bro. I get hurt, so I like leg press. Lee Haney used to do leg press. And then I know he worked out of my gym. So listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you that you have to do the leg press. If you don't like squatting, the leg press is a great alternative. If you want to squat. Whatever floats your boat. But still follow the same method. You saw the little video that I put with Tom Platz. He did 50 reps. He tells you how to do it. It's the same recipe that I've always followed. I didn't get it from him, but he's basically saying the same thing I'm telling you. You don't have to do leg press if you don't want to. I think it's a safe alternative, and fucking hey, man, my legs are jacked. So, all right? So there you go with that. Yes, you should warm up. You should never just walk in the gym ice cold. Even doing biceps, or you start off with barbell curls, or doing shoulders, start off with shoulder. You don't start off ice cold like that. Get the blood in the muscle. All right, so let me see what other you friggin' momos are asking me. All right, hold on. I'm looking at the friggin' thing here. Some of you guys are funny, bro. And then one guy saying here, what the hell's his name? Chucholane or whatever the hell is his. He's saying to me, well, Tom Platz looked like he took some breaths or whatever. No, he was up for half a second. If you go, because I'm telling you, don't stop in a set, whether you're squatting or leg press, don't stop and do. That's too long. If you go up like this, and you go, and then go right back down, that's normal. That's what Tom Platz did. He didn't go. He didn't take like 3 seconds. He didn't. It took a half a second. So, if you stand and you fuck around, you're gonna get. Then it's rest pause. It's not the same. Okay, we don't want. That's not what we're doing here. Steady motion. That's the way to get it works. Okay, let's see what else now. Okay, now here, Carlos Lopez asked me, do I flex my abs while I'm doing like leg press or squats? What? Carlos, no, I don't flex my abs. What are you kidding me? If I flex my abs, I hurt yourself. When you flex your abs, you're almost flexing your lower back at the same time. And if I start to push it up, no. I breathe. You got to get your breathing down. You know what I mean? Come on, get your breathing down. You can't hold your breath, tighten up your abs. No way would I. No. So let's see here. Jack Krauser's asking me about, hold on here now. He wants to know, why do I hate low weight? And he's going to try to convince me here. It's, low weight with lower reps. He's saying he does more than 5 reps. Dude, you guys don't get it. You don't get it. You're not going to build. I don't care. You're going to just try to tell me you're a Dorian and this one and that one. No, bro. No. You don't get it. You're not going to freaking do. Why does Tom Platz hate low reps for the legs? The best legs ever. Why? You walk on your legs. You have to put blood in there. You have to get the deeper fibers. The Mike Menzer thing. You guys are using an excuse for your ego. You're training with an ego. No bodybuilder, fucking great bodybuilder, goes in there and just does 5-6 reps and shit, puts on a plate, and if that's the case, he's all fucking babanya, and when he goes off, it's gonna look like shit. So you're not building legs like that, bro. You're not. You have to get the theory behind what I'm trying to tell you, and between what Mike Menzer was trying to get across with the heavy duty. Everybody thinks he took a heavy weight and did it. No. Did you ever see Ronnie Coleman? Ronnie Coleman would put on heavy weights. He used to take T-bar rows and do like 450 with T-bar rows. But he did it 15 times. Okay? He didn't stand there and do 3 reps or 4 reps or 5 reps with a T-bar row with the 400. He did even leg press. He would do that shit 10 times, man. And he would go up in reps, but he did it he did reps with weight. Do you understand that? Okay? For him, that's lightweight, baby. That's what he used to say, right? For him, that's lightweight. For you guys see these videos and you think you're and then I watch you, and I guarantee you're only going down like this, right? You're one of those. Come on, guys. Stop with the friggin' heavy weights. It's not gonna, I'm telling you, I'm not saying lift light weights. I'm saying take a working weight. I'm not saying lift light weights. I'm not saying if you stood there and curled a pencil that you're gonna get a big biceps. It's not gonna happen. You have to have resistance. Okay, but you should be failing. With legs is a different animal. If you're going to talk about biceps, I say fail around 9 and then get another 6 out and watch what happens. Okay? Woo! And listen, I was a natural bodybuilder for years, and that's the way I trained. And that's why I can go to a hospital and come out and still look like this. Capiche? Now, what's this guy saying here? Now, let's see, blah, 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 blah. One guy said, do you have to do 80 reps? He say, okay, strength squats or something like that. You don't have to do 80, okay? You could do 50. But if you're going to do 50, you should fail. You heard what Tom Platz said. By the time he did his first 25, 30, that was just all on him. It was like just... just like wild man, you know what I mean? Like tough guy shit, Then the next 10, 30, by the time he hit 35, 40, he said God took over. That's what I always say. Say the same thing, God took over. Bro, I don't know how I got them. God was in. And then by the time I'm done, I don't know where I was. You know what I mean? And like he said, I'm in a whole nother world by the time I hit 50. Because he failed. His body was failing around 25. How he got those next 25 out, he doesn't know. But he did it. Gabish? Okay? You don't have to do 80. I do 80 because that's me. All right? And that's my I'm not fucking trying to break records over here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm old, man. I want to live to be old. I'm going to look diesel. I'm going to look young when I'm freaking, I'm five and change away from 70. Do I look like that? No. All right, let's see here now. Oh, God, here we go. Okay, here, this guy's, what's he asking me? Okay. I would think of all people, you'd know better at 10 taking steroids. He's, okay. What's this guy's name? Josh, I can't, Atkins or something like that. He's saying about I should know better than 10 days. Listen, Josh, about 10 days taking, TRT every 10 days. That's not going to do anything. Josh, I'm 64. I'm not trying to get big for what I'm doing. A TRT, 200 milligrams, 10 cc's. 200 milligrams every 10 days is fine for me. That's what I did nothing from February to July, okay? Because I had 2 operations. One was the gallbladder. You guys all know about that. They don't start breaking my nuts about that. And I had an ERCP before that, where they had to go into my, I have a pancreas problem, all kinds of, whatever. It's a long story, but I wasn't able to take anything. I was in a hospital for 2 weeks, and then I was back in the hospital for a couple of days and out, and then back in the hospital a couple of days, and I had to have a surgery. So you can't take the Bobanya. It screws up your blood. You get thick blood or whatever the hell it is. But so I couldn't take anything. Yet I was still jacked. You saw me walking around in Alabama there with Lee Priest and Dave and all those guys, and I had only done one workout. And I think I had just taken my shot a couple days before that. So basically, that was me. You understand? I was 172 pounds, I think. Okay? I'm still jacked. And why? Because I trained 23 years natural. So for me to take TRT every 10 days, Josh, that's fine. Okay? I'm not trying to get jacked because he's saying to me, oh, come on, that's not enough. Every 10 days, you got to do more. Corona. But, so I'm not trying to get jacked. For TRT, that's fine. Okay, my doctor, I got a woman doctor, everything, not that matters, but I got a woman doctor, and she has me on every 10 days, and it works great. And I get my test levels checked, blah, 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 blah. You know the story. All right, let me move on.
What's up, Greg, my brother? Love you, miss you. Can't wait to see you again. All right, even though I haven't seen you in a while, we'll always pick up where we left off. See you, my brother. Thank you.
I'm friends with Greg Valentino.
Oh, yeah, Greg.
You know Greg, right?
Yeah. Hey, Greg go way back.
I know he goes way back. Tell me he's coming to say hello.
Yeah. Tell him what's up.
All right, now, here's a question that's really got nothing to do with the legs, but I guess, let's see what the hell it says. The Daily Bull Show on YouTube asked me, he was asking me a fun question, because he was saying, because I'm always saying about UFC guys, big guys, are not as, they can't last in a fight as long as, a smaller guy, and usually a smaller, guy who's not as jacked, who's going to do is good. All right. Now, so he's basically saying to me, if that's the case, how would I fare? He asked me about me. He said, when I was basically on the streets and I was, doing a drug dealing and all this bullshit that the shit I was going through, and I was 278 pounds, how would I do in a fight with myself at 170 pounds? And I said to him, first of all, it's like an impossible question for me to ask. It's a fun question, I get. But you got to understand, at 170, I still have the same skill level. I'm still the same person. I was more crazier when I was, before I got arrested and doing crazy things, and when I was jacked and I was younger. You understand what I'm saying? But still, how am I going to fight myself? He's saying if I went into the future and fought the jacked me versus the muscular me, to prove a point, like, do I think that the jacked me would have kicked the muscular me's ass? And it's a hard thing to say because it's a skill thing. All I know is when I was jacked, if I got a hold of you, you're dead. But, after 20 seconds, I was gassed just like everybody else that's super jacked. And then he starts giving me, he started giving me alternatives. Like, he's saying, well, what about Ken Shamrock who's jacked? Ken Shamrock was not jacked like that. Okay, he's bringing up Brock Lesnar. He's bringing up Francis Ngannou, and he's trying to make names. Alistair Overeem. Those guys were jacked for those fights, but they weren't built like a powerlifter or like a bodybuilder today. None of those guys would even, Lesnar was a husky big man, but he wasn't built like no body. He didn't have like 23-inch cannons. His legs were not jacked like that. Oh, Alistair Overeem's probably the most built of all, but they all lost. They all lost to guys who were not even nearly as built as them. Okay? Is Stipe as jacked as Francis Ngannou? And Francis Ngannou's not really jacked. I happen to like Francis Ngannou, so none of those guys are built like bodybuilders. The biggest guys. Who was the baddest motherfuckers in the UFC? And I'm sorry, but it's not the fucking most jacked guys in the UFC. They're not the baddest dudes, man. They're saying the greatest ever is John Bones Jones. A lot of guys don't like him, so you're not going to put him up there. But who beats him? Who has beat him? Nobody. Okay? And as John Bones Jones doesn't look like any Nate Diaz, you see him on the beach, you be like, look at this skinny concave chest. Yeah, what's up, man? And you'd be like, oh, man, I'll kill that dude. And he'd kill you, okay? Conor McGregor, okay? All of them. And Conor McGregor loses a lot because he gets gassed. Big guys get gassed. That's a fact. I don't care who you bring up to me. They're going to get gassed. A skilled fighter will take them out. I'm just telling you. I'm sorry. Your biggest bodybuilder's not going to beat some friggin', even some skinny skilled fighter. It's not going to happen. They get gassed. Sorry. Anyway, I thought it was a fun question, though. I appreciate that. Who was that again? The Daily Show. I appreciate that, my brother. Hey, look, that's my opinion. Opinions like assholes. We all got one, and some stink. What else here now? Let me try to get more back. Okay. All right, this is the guy that was asking me about, wait. He's asking me, what the hell is he asking me here about the steroid cycle? Blah, 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 blah. Look, some of these guys are using an excuse. This guy's saying it's Lewis Me 7JR. It's not a bad guy, but he's asking me, basically saying, well, you can train like that because you're enhanced. Oh, my God. I'm tired of guys that are natural using natural as an excuse. When I was natural, I beat guys on drugs. You've all seen the pictures of me. There's videos. Please, God. Guys, you want to grow muscle? Stop making a fucking excuse. Yes, obviously, a guy on steroids can do more than a guy that's not on steroids. But when I trained like I was fucking on shit, even when I wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I trained balls to the walls. That's the way to do it. Okay? Don't make the excuse, I can't do all those reps and train my legs like that and with the long rest periods because I'm a natty. That's bullshit. I don't want to hear that. That's bullshit. You make an excuse. Too many natural guys make excuses. Well, I'm natural. I don't give a shit. That's your choice. I was natural 23 years, so I don't want to hear it. And I would have probably beat most of you guys anyway. If not all of you. Okay? Not for nothing. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I was good. The only one I knew that could have beat me might have been was Kai Green. Okay? And I've always told you the story about me and him and Johnny Latch Gym when he was natural before, blah, 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 whatever. So don't say you can't do this leg workout. It works, even if you're natty. I'm a fucking old man, bro. And a little bit of test that I do every 10 days doesn't do shit for my body. When I'm on it, doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference. Then why do you do it? I do it because it helps me with my Pisha God, my whole, the male brain, the whole thing. It works, okay? It definitely helps. It's a fountain of youth. I take it for youthful longevity purposes. 200 milligrams when you're fucking depleted and your natural test is like fucking under 100 is not doing ugats. Okay? It's not like taking, it's like saying some guys like, well, you're drinking one beer, you're an alcoholic. Meanwhile, other guys could drink a keg. I'm not drinking a keg. Whatever. Maybe that's a bad example. But you know what I'm talking about. You guys, but stop using the natural shit as an excuse. Come on. Then don't be natural if that's your thing. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Oh my God, here. I don't know what the hell this guy's asking me. But, all right, guys, I can't keep going through these questions because some of you guys are asking, like, really, Momo questions here. You don't have to do 80 reps. It's that you don't do that for biceps. I'm not telling you have to do biceps like that, okay? I'm telling you legs. Now, one thing some guys are asking me, do you do the same thing for your calves? I'm going to show you the calves. Yes and no. What? Okay. With calves, I don't believe in resting at all. There's no rest between sets. What? I'm going to show you it, and it's going to work. You're going to get calves from this. But I got to show you. I can't just sit here and tell you because it's not going to, and that's a different video, okay? All right, so let's recap some of this shit before I can't keep reading all these questions, because let me see. There's anything really deep here that I think that's it. Anyway, okay, let me put this down. All right, listen to me. The whole idea is legs are on it. Look at your thigh is like, it's a group of muscles that's big like this. It's a fucking half your body almost. You know what I mean? You can't train it like a bicep or like a rear delt or like a side. It's a different animal. Stop. Just put that shit out of your mind for the moment. Okay? I believe in high volume training. For those who keep asking me, what do you do for the rest of your body? I believe in high volume. That's me. That doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. That's me. But the one thing that seems to work for everybody is by really putting a lot of blood, jamming blood in those legs. If you're not old fuck like me, and and you're trying to put some size on, do at least 3-4 sets like that. Okay? And I guarantee you won't be able to walk the next day. Okay? You don't have to do 80. Do 50. Okay? If you can only do 40, you better stop. You better use a weight that you normally could do 10, 15, 20. 20 reps at the most. Till you have to put it down. If I was there, I'll crack that whip. You'll do another 20. You'll do 40. You just did another 20 reps. You just did 40 reps with a weight that you stopped doing 20. All right? I'll make you do 50, though. I like that. I like a number like that. I don't like 20, 40. So why do 40 when we can do 50? But I would make you cry. But you know what? Your legs will fucking grow. Your legs will grow. The hamstring thing, try it. Try what I told you. Try it. You'll see. Volume. It's volume training. Lots of reps, lots of work, lots of blood in that area. Low rest periods on the hamstrings. Okay, you got to. I do 5-10 seconds the most rest. Usually at 5 because but that's me. You might not be able to handle that. 10's fine, but the goal is to get 3 sets of 10, at least 10 to 15 reps. In 1 minute's time. That's what I do, right? And I do 15 minutes of that, so it's 45. I do about 45 sets. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm not saying this. I'm giving you a pattern that I follow. You build your own. Take what I'm telling you, put it in your brain, and design it for yourself. But when it comes to the legs, the quads, bro, stop fucking around and take whatever you normally do. If you normally, whatever weight you normally can do only like 15, 20 times, put that, tell your partner who's standing there next to you, I have to do 50, don't let me put it down. Kick me, hit me with a plate, hit me with a dumbbell, smack me in the face, keep it going. All right? Watch what happens. And don't stop and hold the weight up there. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Boom, and then you bring that. You just fucking got. What did you just do? That's not doing it. If you're gonna do that, then don't do it. Then don't do it. Stand up and say, listen, I'm a fucking momo, I'm a pussy, I can't do it. Okay? Don't do it. That's beta man shit. Okay, you don't see Tom Platz doing that shit. You won't see me doing that. That's the way it works. So now you got a little bit of an outline. Maybe I cleared some stuff up. You don't have to do 80 reps. That's what I do. All right? That's what I do. I did it last night. And my fucking legs are sore. You don't have to do 80 reps, but god damn it, you better do 50, and you better, it's what you normally stop at 20 or 25. That's all you can do when you're like, okay, I gotta hook it. And when you're at that rate, now you gotta do another 25. What? Yup. And you can't be stopping. Have your friend smack you in the face, pull your ear, pull your nostril, whatever you gotta do. But do it. Stop fucking around. Don't stop and breathe fucking 10 seconds and give your legs a chance to like relax, and don't do that. Be a man. Even if your friend's got to help you up with it. He might have to help you with it a little bit. Push it up a little bit. Come on, let's go. Kick. I don't care. Kick you in the head, whatever. Even if he has to help you, he helps you, but you got to keep it moving. Eventually, you'll be able to do it on your own. You have to build up to this stuff. But you still, if I was there, you'll see. Because I might do that to Joe Zapata. But we'll see. All right? So, all right, let me wrap this up. Hold on, where am I here? All right, I'm going to wrap it up.
It's hard. It's a separate sport in my mind. It's hard. I mean, it's going to take you, it's going to mess your nervous system up to the point to where you wonder why you wanted to go in the sport in the first place. It's hard. It's downright, it will annihilate you. It will take you so, it will show you that you're nothing but then you push through it, and you survive, and you deserve the leg you get from it. It's hard. It's hard to squat. Okay? And believe me, you know, people think I used to like to squat. I like the feeling afterwards of doing it, or the accomplishment. But so many times when I did 50 reps, at 25 I was done. At 35, I can't believe I did 35. At 45, God was doing it for me. At 50, I was just in a different world, you know? And that's what you gotta do. Your breath has gotta get hard. You can't talk. Everything's hurting. You can't breathe. You take the belt off and you almost fall on the floor. That's one set.
Okay, so in conclusion, you got an outline. All right, we'll do more with the other body part. I do have an arm workout thing up. Remember, when it comes to small, there's no smaller body parts like biceps, triceps. There's no such thing as a powerlifting show. Okay, unless it's a Momo shit in the gym, like, oh, who can curl the most, you know? Okay, you know, meathead shit. But you gotta, you know, there's nobody like making contests on who can concentration curl the most. That's it. As Lee Haney used to call that, a rhythmic exercise. That's a rhythmic exercise. That's an isolation exercise. It's made not to go heavy. It's made to isolate that bicep, make that bicep work. Put your mind in that bicep and really make it work, okay? The only things that you should even go in heavy on is deadlift, bench, and squat. Or clean and jerk and snatches. Ew, I don't like a heavy snatch, if you know what I mean. I don't like big asses either. So, but, and when I say go heavy, don't sit there and go, say, you just said go heavy. You just said go heavy. And then you're like all happy now because now your little 6 rep thing is like, no. Okay? If you want to do your 6 reps, go ahead do your 6 reps, but that's not going to build shit. You better put some working sets in there. You better do a couple with, like I just told you, 50, 60, whatever you get, you better do a couple of those. You can feed the ego and you can fill that. I'm just telling you, okay? Don't listen to me. Listen to what Tom Platz says. But the first 25 was all me, right? Then the next 25, I don't know how I got it up, right? That's what he said, to 35. Then he said, after that, God took over. And then after that, the last one, by the time I got to 50, I don't even know what world I was in. You watch the video again of Tom Platz, okay? That's how I train, and when it comes to legs are its own entity. That's how you're supposed to train legs. For all you guys that don't have thighs, okay, that don't think that you know everything, that you really want to try it, try it. Have a friend assist you if you need the assistance that your legs are absolutely famished. You'll eventually get, you'll build up to it. But you got to do it. You have to do it. Even if it means somebody quickly strips the plates off when you can't do it anymore, but you have to get that number of reps in one set. I don't even like the stripping the plates because that means you got to stop. I don't like stopping. I'd rather your friend push up on it a little bit, but he's got to make you do the fucking work, not him over there. You know what I mean? All right, guys. I love you guys, man. I do. I want to do more. You know, if you got any ideas for videos, put it down. Don't do the, where's the Delt video? You guys are all full of shit. You know what happens when I do the Delt video? It's not even going to get the, you know, half the people aren't going to watch it. They're breaking. It's just a nut-breaking thing. I get it. You know, I get it. So, all right? I love you guys, man. Be good to your girl. Be good to your wife. Be good to your significant other. Whatever your spin is, be good to your, you know, your spouse. And definitely pay child support. You know, be good to your kids, okay? But if you're not with the old lady anymore, pay your child support, bro. Be the man. Be the hero, okay? Doesn't matter what she does with the money. It matters that you paid. And she may hate your guts right now, and the kids may hate your guts, but one day you're going to be their hero. Capiche? Got me? All right. Because you paid. Doesn't matter if she gives the money to the guy. Doesn't matter. One day when them kids are old, they're going to say, my father gave that money for me, and you gave it to this friggin' fucko. Okay? So, all right? You're a bunch of momos. That's a good thing, though. You know, we're all momos. I'm a momo. But I love you. All right? I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell or whatever. I don't even know what the hell that means. I always hear them say it, though. Hit the bell. And I'll see you in the next video. And thanks for being here. You guys are, no, serious, all joking aside, I love you guys. All right? Thank you for being here. God bless.